Hey guys, what's going on? I told you I'd make another video with a John Deere a little bit. This one will be, I'll try to cover a little bit more of the first one I posted. It was just kind of, I just brought it home, was excited. Had, I had a couple of people wanting to see more of it. And today I'll go through a little bit more of it and I'll give it a run. I was going to mow a little grass with it, but my yard is still, even though the weather's gorgeous, my yard from all this recent rain is still kind of soupy, and I didn't want to run it through, make muddy tracks in my yard and get my mower all muddy. So I'll wait till it dries, maybe try again next weekend. But here we go. Let's see. As I stated before, it's a John Deere S130. It is a 2021 model. You can see the newly redesigned front end. Yep, it came with the push bar. Didn't have to buy that. Some of the 2021s, is it from the 110 or 120 and up that has the split back seat? And excuse me, allergies. The 130 has the wider rear tires than the 140. That was the selling point for me because they have the same motor as I stated before. They got the 22 horse 724 cc Briggs & Stratton. Even though it says John Deere, it's still a Briggs & Stratton. This one does have the easy change oil change system. The 140 does not, or at least the 140 I looked at didn't. Let's see here. I was going to tell you guys something. I kind of had a brain dump. It's kind of common the older you get, I guess. Oh yes, this one does have the electric PTO. The old one I had was LA 105, the one I told you guys I kept for years. It had the manual engagement where you push the lever up and over. There's your forward and reverse pedals. I do like that, where if you guys remember, some models had the little pedal right here that you just put your heel on. I do like this one. It's a little bit more comfortable. Dual scalp wheels in the front. This motor, I guess it's still getting broken in. Like I told you guys, it could be where it's a V-twin. It's the first V-twin lawnmower engine I've ever owned. Until it gets warmed up, it's a little hard to get it to start without choking it. I mean, you choke it, it starts straight up. But just cranking it without the choke, it seems a little hard. Which, it's a new motor, and it's been cooler. But I noticed the last time I ran it, the more into the day that I ran it, the better it got. So it's probably just cold-natured. But I'll go ahead and hop on here for you guys. And guys, I'm sorry. If I post any videos that the quality is not good, please tell me what I can do, because I'm not very phone savvy. And I know I'm kind of shaky. I'm getting old. But just bear with me. I'll do my best for you. So let's hop on here. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", 242 pounds. And as you can see, I can stretch pretty well way out. And when I actually stick this pedal all the way to the floor, I'm pretty stretched out in this leg. So you got plenty of room on this, or at least I do. I don't know if you can see that I've got it up to 0.8 hours. So I've almost got 1 hour running. That is strictly from just driving it around. This is our family cemetery up here on the hill in eastern Kentucky. I just wanted to drive it up here. I could do a better video up here. This is most likely, unfortunately, where I'll be one day, which I don't think where any of us are going to get out of here alive. But this is, speaking of which, this is a good conversation topic right here. This is the reason I went for the 130. Remember I told you guys it had the wider rear tires? You can see the kind of banks that I have to deal with, and when you get beyond that little house looking grave right there on the back side, it gets really steep and like off camberish. So I wanted something with a little bit more stability, and I thought these wider rear tires may give me that, and it may not, but it's the reason I bought it. But I'll tell you what, guys, I will go ahead and crank her up here, and I'll run it around the cemetery here just a little bit. You have to bear with me because I'll be driving with one hand and holding the phone with the other. So I'll do the best I can. And if you can't hear me, I apologize once I get it going. But I just wanted to show you guys a video of it running and everything. So let's crank her up here. I'll have to try to do this two-handed because this choke is it's I guess you would say spring it's got a spring return system. The old one, once you put it up in choke that I had, it would stay there till you manually pull this back down. Well, this one automatically kicks back down unless you hold it in choke. So I'm gonna try to do this the best I can, so bear with me. Now, as you can see fires right up. As long as you hit that choke, which the motor's cold right now. I just drove it straight up here and decided to do the video. So I'll give it a second, let a little oil circulate through the system. There's the wash port. Never had, the old one I had didn't have that. I don't know how good of a job it does, but I'm excited to have it because my old one I would just have to literally try to push it up on its side or jack one side of it up and scrape it out with like a screwdriver or a putty knife and spray it. So I'm anxious to see how that works. There's your adjustments from 1 to 4 inches. I don't usually cut my grass low. I usually cut it down on about 3. I kind of like to look at high grass. Yeah. But I do like these fender flares on it. I don't know if you can see those. I guess they put them on where they kind of put wider rear tires on it. But I'll tell you what, guys, I will go ahead and give it a drive around. And like I said, I apologize. I won't talk much while I'm driving it. I'm just going to make a little quick circle. And I'll engage the PTO for you. Show y'all a little run through of it. And then I'll bring it right back up here and park it. So you're going along for the ride, but just bear with me if it's shaky. Go ahead and throttle it up here a little bit. Another thing, guys, when I watched a lot of videos when I was considering buying a new mower, and I watched a lot of if you're really looking for informative videos, much better than mine, search up Western Equipment on YouTube. That guy, I can't remember his name. I think it may have been Brent, but if you're looking into a John Deere mower, search up Western Equipment on there. I guarantee you will find a John Deere mower that you're looking for that he does a much better in-depth review on than I do. But I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys because he does an amazing job. I'll go ahead and give it a run around. And he also recommended on these mowers when you with the electric PTOs, right before you go to pull your PTO out to blaze your blades, dial your throttle back just a little, from not full throttle, but maybe a little over medium. So I think he said it was less harder on the clutches or whatever it is that engages those, but he said it was a good idea to dial them back just a hair and then engage your PTO, then crank it back up. So I'll go ahead and give it a run around. Just bear with me. This right here is why I wanted those wider rear tires, these banks. I'll try to take you around there and show you. As you can see back there, that bank is a lot steeper than it looks, especially the further you go over that way. And if you go over that way, as you can see, it's a long way down the valley. I'll tell you what, I didn't think this thing had engine braking like it does, but you let off this throttle, even on this steep hill here, it comes to a stop. I wasn't expecting that. So that's a good thing. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and kick the PTO in for you here. Like that guy set off Western Equipment, he suggested dialing back just a hair, then engage it, and crank it back up. First time I've ever engaged some blades on it. Go ahead and break the top here and cut them back off. Bring it down a little bit. Set the park brake. Oh yeah guys, something I forgot to show you guys last time, and I wasn't aware to it till I noticed it myself. This mower does have the cruise control option. I wasn't aware of it. Just when you're going along and got your gas throttle, your foot pedal engaged there, just pull up on this and it'll, you know, engage, and it'll stay there until you hit the brake or, you know, hit the gas again. But that's a cool little feature. It won't wear your leg out as much. But yeah, I'm real happy with it. I hope it's a good mower. I paid enough for it. I'd be kind of heartbroken if it weren't. But I had good luck out of my last one, so I hope I do out of this one. If not, I got the 2-year bumper to bumper on it. I think's what it was. It was 2 or 3 years. I can't remember. But I have a local John Deere dealer here in Hazard where I live, and it's a Meade tractor. They sell John Deere equipment, and it's only a few miles, 4 or 5 miles from my home. So that's where I would take it if anything ever happened to it. God forbid, I hope it doesn't, because I'm kind of poor. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more in-depth look at it. There is your fuel tank under the seat. It's got a little bit larger cap than my old one had, which is good for spillage, and it has the click so you don't strip your gas cap out. But yeah, I don't know much more to say about it than that. But we're supposed to have really nice weather every day this week except Tuesday, and today is Sunday, I think the 21st. But hopefully it will dry out enough by next weekend. If it does, I'm gonna post a pretty lengthy video of me actually mowing my grass, because it should be pretty well high by then, and see how it turns out. It should offer a good cut. I hope it does. One thing I need to do that I've not done is check and make sure my deck is level. I'll probably do that this week or maybe next weekend before I cut it. I've got a tool to level it with, so I may do that. One thing I've been wanting to get is the pull cart, because I do a lot of, like, you know, lawn and garden around the house, picking up branches, and you know, I use my mower for more than just mowing the grass. You know, I ride it up here to the cemetery. I pull, like my old pull cart, my LA 105. It's a steep hill that I come up, not this hill, but down there around that curve is a pretty steep hill. And that mower with the smaller engine would pull that pull cart with a push mower loaded in it, a weed eater, and a gas can, and usually some stuff to clean off some of the family graves. So it was pretty stout. So this one right here should be a much stouter than it, because it has quite a lot more cc's. But I just wanted to give you guys another video, and I apologize if I miss anything. Feel free to call me out on it if I do, and I'll try to get it in the next video. But I'll let you guys go. And you guys, I don't know what the weather is like your way, but you can see it here in eastern Kentucky. It's a gorgeous day here in eastern Kentucky, and I've lived all my life here. I suppose I've made it 40 odd years here, so I guess I'll spend the rest of my days here. These mountains around us, this is coal country. I live in eastern Kentucky, coal country. Well, what used to be coal country. I was a coal miner for a long time myself, almost 17 years, I guess, in the industry, which I don't blame anyone for. It's just, you know, times change, supply and demand changes. Cheaper products have been found. You know, I miss coal mining, but so be it. You know, I was fortunate enough to find another good job, not coal mining money, but close. But that's a story for another day. I don't mean to get off topic on you guys, but there she is. And I'll give you guys a chance to look at this, and like I said, if I miss anything, you got any questions, please feel free to ask, and like I said, I promise I'll do my best to get them in the next video. You guys have a great day. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. See y'all later.